Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, where did he go? The man I used to be. Maybe life knocked you down. Divorce, rejection, silence from the woman you gave everything to. You feel invisible now, unwanted, like your time has passed. But let me tell you something that might change your life. You didn't lose your value. You just forgot how powerful it is to not give it away so easily. That strength you once had, it never left you. It's just been buried under years of sacrifice, of trying to meet everyone else's expectations, of giving so much without remembering to hold on to yourself. It's time to bring that man back. Stick with me, because what I'm going to show you isn't another surface-level fix. This is the foundation of how to take back your power, how to live with emotional control, how to stop chasing approval, and instead become the kind of man who draws people to him effortlessly, especially women, and not just any women, the kind of high-quality, emotionally intelligent women who are done with games and are craving genuine connection. This isn't about putting on a show. It's about becoming so steady, so sure of yourself, that people can't help but take notice. Let's begin with what lies at the heart of power: presence. There's a unique energy that comes from a man who is fully present. It's not loud, it's not showy, it doesn't need applause. It just is. Presence isn't about being the life of the party. It's about being the one in the room that people instinctively trust and gravitate toward. The one whose calm makes others feel safer, even without a word being spoken. And the beauty of presence is that it has nothing to do with age or appearance. It's something you radiate from the inside out. To cultivate presence, start with your breath, your posture, your eye contact. Team, you walk into a room, walk slowly, confidently, like you belong there, because you do. Speak with intention, don't rush to fill silence. That silence, it tells people that you're comfortable with yourself, and when a man is comfortable with himself, everyone else starts to feel it too. That's presence, and the good news is, it can be built. It just takes intention. I want you to remember something. Here, presence doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you're rooted, that even when you feel nervous or unsure, you don't let those emotions hijack your behavior. You breathe, you ground yourself, you show up as a man who is willing to be seen as he is, without apology, and that alone makes you magnetic. Now, once you have presence, the next level is protecting it, and that means emotional control. Because presence without emotional steadiness is like a beautiful house built on sand. You can't hold power if you can't hold yourself. Most of us were never taught how to deal with emotions. We were told to tough it out, to be strong, to hide the hurt, or we did the opposite and exploded when things got too heavy. But real emotional power is quiet, it's measured. It's the ability to feel everything but still choose your response. And when you can do that, you become the safest place in the room, not just for others, but for yourself. You're texting a woman you care about. Things seem good. And then she goes silent, no reply. Hours pass. The old you, he'd spiral, send another message, maybe two, overthink everything, feel anxious, even ashamed. But the grounded version of you, he waits, he breathes. He reminds himself that silence isn't always rejection, that a king doesn't chase answers. He lets time reveal truth. Emotional control means you don't lose yourself every time something doesn't go your way. Imagine you're in a heated conversation and she throws something at you. An insult, a jab, a trigger from your past. You could fire back, you could explode, but you don't. You pause, you breathe, you speak slowly. That's power. And believe me, she will notice, because in that moment, you're not just reacting, you're leading. When you master your emotional response, people feel safer around you, women especially, because they know you're not going to spiral when things get uncomfortable. And we all want to be around people who can stay calm under pressure. That's The kind of man that gets remembered. That's the kind of man that gets respected. Now, emotional control lays the foundation for something even deeper. Living from your center, living from purpose, living not to be seen or validated, but because you have a fire inside you that no one else needs to understand. So many of us fall into the trap of trying to prove ourselves. We try to earn back our worth from women who left us, jobs that undervalued us, friends who forgot us. We chase after approval, hoping it will fix something inside. But here's the truth that no one told us growing up. Your worth isn't tied to how much you give, how hard you work, or how many people say you're good enough. Your worth is your birthright. You don't have to earn it, you just have to reclaim it. A man I worked with, let's call him James, was 57 when his wife left. He gave her everything, time, energy, money. When she walked out, he felt hollow, but he didn't stay there. He stopped chasing answers and started chasing clarity. He began hiking, built furniture in his garage, wrote letters to his kids. And one day, without trying, a woman noticed him, not because he needed her, but because he had come back to himself. And once you stop proving and start living, life gets a lot more peaceful. You start doing things because you enjoy them. You eat better because it fuels you. You move your body because it reminds you of your strength. You pursue hobbies, passions, and dreams, not because someone told you to, but because they light you up inside. You write that book, you build that workshop, you pick up that guitar again, you reconnect with that part of yourself that you buried beneath responsibility. This is where your life takes on new color, because you're no longer outsourcing your joy to others. You're creating it. And when you become a man who creates his own happiness, you become a man who no longer chases it. And that's what leads us to one of the most attractive qualities a man can have: gravity. Let me explain what I mean by that. Gravity is the energy that pulls people toward you without you having to lift a finger. It's quiet confidence, it's stability, it's direction. It's a man who knows where he's going, even if no one else sees the path yet. A man with gravity isn't desperate. He isn't seeking permission. He's anchored in himself. Women feel it. They're drawn to it. They might not even know why. But when a woman meets a man who doesn't need her to feel whole, who welcomes her into his life without expecting her to fix him or complete him, it creates a dynamic that is irresistible. So how do you build that gravity? You start by filling your life with things that matter to you. Wake up each day with a mission, even if that mission is simply to improve yourself. Keep promises to yourself. Read more, learn more, laugh more. Do things that challenge you, things that scare you a little. Start that side hustle. Learn that new skill. Say yes to the uncomfortable growth and no to the distractions that keep you numb. This is how you become the kind of man whose energy speaks before he does. And once you have that gravity, you need boundaries to protect it. Boundaries are a form of self-love. They're how you teach the world to treat you. Most men were never shown how to set healthy boundaries. We were taught to be agreeable, to be likable. But that often comes at the cost of our self-respect. And the truth is, without boundaries, we invite chaos. Setting boundaries doesn't make you harsh, it makes you honest. It lets people know what you will and will not accept. And you can do it with kindness, with calm, with clarity. When a woman crosses a line and you calmly say, "That doesn't work for me," you're not rejecting her, you're protecting your peace. And a woman who respects herself will respect that in you. Here's the real magic. When you consistently honor your own boundaries, you begin to attract people who honor them too. You stop attracting chaos and start attracting peace. You stop being pulled into emotional games and start living in emotional freedom. That's what this journey is really about. It's not about relationship tricks. It's about wholeness, about becoming the man who doesn't have to try to be attractive because he already is. So if you're sitting there wondering, can I really changed this late in life? Can I really become that man again? The answer is simple, yes, you already are that man. You just forgot. You just need to come home to yourself. Here's what I want you to take with you. You don't have to be louder to be powerful. You don't have to chase to be chosen. You don't have to impress anyone to be valuable. You just have to return to your center. A centered man is rare. A centered man is powerful. A centered man is irresistible. And that man, he lives in you. So here's your challenge this week. Say less, but mean more. Stand tall, even when you feel uncertain. Respond with calm, not chaos. Live for your own standards, not for attention. Wake up and do something every day that makes you proud of yourself. Not for likes, not for applause, but because that's who you are. You want her to respect you? Respect yourself first. You want her to seek closeness with you? Let her see you living. You want to feel alive again? Start by taking back your power. It's not too late. It never was. Stay stoic. Stay grounded. Stay powerful. And remember, the moment you stop chasing is the moment they start noticing. If this message hit home for you, share it in the comments. Tell me what part spoke to you the most, or what you're ready to change. I read every word, and I respond when I can. Your voice matters here. And if you want more guidance like this on mindset, confidence, connection, and how to become stronger in every area of your life, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're building something powerful here, and I'd be honored if you'd join us. See you in the next one.